guys, and welcome back to a new video of mine. I am currently still in Germany, as you can probably see by my clothes. But I will take the train to Frankfurt in like half an hour, and then I will fly to Mexico tomorrow. And I can't wait. So I will be in Mexico for 7 weeks in total. I will fly from Frankfurt to Cancun direct, and then I will travel the East Coast for like 2 weeks and show you the best things to do on the Yucatan Peninsula. And then after 2 weeks, I will fly over to the West Coast, work in Puerto Escondido for like 4 weeks, and then travel a bit off the West Coast as well, hopefully, fingers crossed. And yeah, I will show you everything I will do there and what the life is like there. And I'm really excited, I can't wait. I'll pack all the rest of my things now, and then I'll leave to go to Frankfurt. I flew straight into Cancun International Airport, but because I arrived really late, I stayed in a hostel called Hostel Venado 8, which wasn't the best. And then quickly on the next day, me and my boyfriend took the boat to Isla Mujeres. The ferry ride was probably like 15 euros, and you could book it online. It was like an hour altogether to get from the hostel to Isla Mujeres, because the ferry ride is only 30 minutes long. And I highly recommend it as a first stop when you first get to Mexico, just because it's a beautiful island. There's so much to do, and I'll show you around what you can do there. So let's get started. So this is the island, and then we were both staying in Nomad's hostel, which is a hostel right at the beach. It's beautiful. I think it was a bit more expensive, so I think like 20 euros per bed, but it was definitely worth it. It's right at the beach, and every morning they offer yoga classes on the pontoon, which was absolutely insane. And they also had like different DJs on in the night, so you had little parties. It was a really, really nice atmosphere there, so I can highly recommend going to Nomad's. It's also located in the middle of the island, so you can easily reach all the other spots.
It's a beautiful morning. We've just done yoga out on the pier. It was amazing. So nice.
Did you zen?
Zenning.
Zen hardcore.
Zenning.
Alright, Sunday morning, breakfast at the pier in paradise. You can't really see it, but it is nice, and it's not so hot today, which is lucky for Ted, because he's usually dripping bowls.
It's lovely today. It's a beauty.
So we rented a golf cart, and now we're at Playa Norte.
Get in.
Which is like the nicest beach of Isla Mujeres.
And here it is.
No, it's not that one actually. It's over there. So we're gonna walk there. But look at the palm trees, nice, huh?
Look at them trees. Yeah.
That's so
It's like as big as your head. Right, tell us what you've got.
Okay, so I just got from that food stall. Do you want to quickly film it? So from that food stall, I just got a mango with, what is it?
It's like a spice.
Like a spicy mango, I think.
And a sweet sauce.
With like some sweet chili sauce. And I'm gonna try for the first time ever Mexican mango. It is nice, but really interesting.
It smells weird.
Try some. Do you not like it? I quite like it.
It's okay.
So as I said, we rented a golf cart in the morning, which was 45 euros for 12 hours, and it came with all the fuel and everything, but it's still quite expensive, so we wanted to make the most out of it. So we just explored the Playa Norte, but because there was a bit of weather coming in, we decided to drive a bit further down the island. So we drove all the way down south to the southest point called Punta Sur, and then we were just exploring there for a bit, which was really, really nice. So I highly recommend renting a golf cart for one day and just exploring the island by the golf cart. It's so fun. Okay, so we're at Punta Sur right now, and the weather is a bit not so good. But yeah, it stopped raining, and now we're walking to the ruins.
Okay, so we got the ceviche, tacos, and fajitas at this place called La Lomita. It's really cute. So yeah, that's just our dinner, and then we're going back to the hostel.
What do you think of the spicy sauce?
Good morning. It is Monday.
Morning.
And we booked a trip. So basically here in Isla Mujeres you got this underwater museum. I think it's called Musa. And look, we're at the beach right now. It looks insane. So yeah, we booked the trip to the underwater museum. So it's like a snorkeling trip with lunch included, which was like $40. Hi. No, gracias. Which is quite expensive really, but all worth it hopefully.
You buzzing?
Absolutely buzzing. We just stopped here at this restaurant with a boat, and now we just had lunch here, and now we're going back with a boat to the downtown, and then we'll probably just stroll around there for a bit and then go back to the hostel. I don't really want to stay up too late tonight because it's yoga again tomorrow at 8. And it's our last day, full last day here, we have to pack and then leave again tomorrow. And then we're going down to Playa del Carmen.
The next day we packed all our stuff and then took the ferry back to Cancun. And then in Cancun we took the other bus all the way down to Playa del Carmen. The other bus is like an official bus you can take pretty much anywhere on the Yucatan Peninsula. You can either book it online or at the bus station, and they go every half an hour. It's super convenient. So we were just enjoying the evening down in Playa del Carmen. We were walking around the main street, just shopping a bit, and then we were also enjoying the Mexican traditions. So they had quite a lot of shows on, which was super nice to watch. And then on the next day we took a colectivo to see all the beautiful cenotes.
Alright, so we're at Cenotes Azul right now, and you have to shower before you go in. So we just went for a quick shower here. And how we got here is we basically went to Cal 15 in Playa del Carmen, and then you can take a colectivo there, which is like a bus that goes whenever it's full. And he dropped us off at Cenote Azul, and then there's also Cenote Playa Eden, I think, and then another Cenote Cristiliano or whatever here. So we're just gonna go to this cenote, to the other, and then to the third one, and just snorkel and spend the day here. And then we're probably taking a colectivo back to Playa del Carmen, and then we're taking the autobus from Playa del Carmen to Tulum, and then we're staying in Tulum from tonight on. So that's the plan.
There's over 2,000 cenotes in the whole Yucatan Peninsula, and they're actually special in Mexico, so definitely go and visit them. There's 3 different kinds, so there's some that are completely closed, so you feel like you're in a cave, and then there's also some that are half open, and then some that are like this, so this is Cenote Azul, that are completely open. And yeah, it's really, really nice. You can dive in a couple cenotes, or you can snorkel. We went snorkeling in this one, which was super cool because we saw loads of different fish, and then also the fish come swim up to your feet and start nibbling on them, which feels super funny. And yeah, it was just a really, really nice experience. There's also cenotes where you can jump up really high, or cenotes that have swings, so you can swing into them. Definitely check them out on your road trip. Try to go to as many cenotes as possible. They're all quite special. And this cenotes we paid 200 pesos entry, so it's quite expensive, but there's also cenotes that are cheaper to get in and also some that offer free. So yeah, I highly recommend cenote Cristalliano and Azul when you're close to Playa del Carmen, and then there's also loads more cenotes I will come to later in the video.
We're playing nochmal right next to the cenotes, and it is very beautiful. Alright, so we just took the colectivo back to Cancun, and now we're just gonna walk around, maybe go to the beach again, walk a bit through the streets, and then we're gonna pick up our stuff and then go to Tulum. Welcome in the streets of Mexico. This is what the buses look like, so you can just buy tickets here.
The next stop on our list was Tulum, so we took another colectivo down, which took around an hour and was quite cheap. I think we paid 100 pesos per person. And then when we arrived in Tulum, we realized that there's actually two parts, so it's divided into the hotel zone and Tulum downtown. I highly recommend staying in Tulum downtown just because it's way more authentic. That's where all the locals live, and I personally think it's a nice vibe. Plus, it's way cheaper, and then you also have the hotel zone. So in the hotel zone, you just have hotel after hotel. It's super touristy, and it's just basically all just made for tourists, but it's still nice. It's still worth seeing. The beach is super nice, so I highly recommend renting out bikes and then just cycling down and then just going with the flow and see where you want to stay, if you want to stay in a beach club or if you don't really like the vibe there. Then I also highly recommend going to the Mayan ruins. It's definitely worth it. They're located right at the beach, so it's a really nice view, and I personally think it's worth it, even though some people say the Calakmul ruins, for example, or Chichen Itza is nicer, but I personally still think if you are in Tulum, definitely go to the ruins. Then there's also a couple other nice cenotes that are worth visiting, and really, really nice parties. So Tulum is known for the techno parties, so go out if you have the chance to.
We rented out bikes for a day and I am sopping wet.
Dripping.
I'm so wet. It's hot. Okay, so we're at Ziggy's Beach Club right now. This is what it looks like. You have a minimum spend here of $17, and then you can stay the day here. We just had a lovely burger here. So we might play some pool here, and then I want to cycle to the Maya ruins. Woohoo!
Pool.
Yeah.
What, a pool table?
Yeah.
I thought you meant the swimming pool.
No, they have a pool table.
You're kidding me?
No.
Get in. Really?
Yeah, it's up there.
Wicked.
You wanna ask them if you can play?
Yeah, I do. I didn't know that. I thought you meant a pool table.
So we're at the beach right now, in Tulum. It's really nice. There are like beach clubs everywhere. And yeah, we're staying at Ziggy's Beach Club. Now we're just gonna walk around a bit and check out what the other beach clubs have to offer. Eh? Just working this morning, then we had some breakfast, and now we're at the Tulum ruins. The problem is that you're supposed to come here in the morning, so now it's super busy, but we still wanted to have a look at it. So yeah, we're just here now and then gonna explore a bit. I will let you know how much the entry is because we don't know yet. Alright, so we made it in, and it's 85 pesos each, which is like €4. So this breakfast is included in the hostel. That's what it looks like up here. But yeah, we missed it the other night. Also, it's a thing here to eat these like mushed beans for some reason.
Disgusting.
So yeah, we're going with a Mexican vibe.
The next stop in our trip and must do in the Yucatan Peninsula is Bacalar. So we took the other bus, which took 2.5 hours, down to the beautiful lagoon. When we got there, we were stunned by how blue and clear the water is. Unfortunately, we only had one night, but we were just enjoying and chilling by the lagoon. And I heard good things about taking and renting a kayak or going stand-up paddling, going on a boat trip or a sailing trip. And then there's also these rapids where you can lay in the water and it just lets you float down the river. It's super fun, so I highly recommend that. The next must-do place is Valladolid, which is probably like a 3.5 hour car drive from Bacalar. We only stayed for one night, but it was still really worth it. I highly recommend just walking around the colorful streets and going to the cathedral. And then there's also a lot of really nice cenotes around the city. Unfortunately, we only had time for one, but I will put some down here so you can go and check them out and let me know how they are. And then also there's the Chichen Itza, so one of the seven world wonders, which was built by the Mayans. I highly recommend doing a tour just to learn a bit more about the whole history and going in either the morning or in the afternoon, so it's not that touristy. But overall, probably stay like 2 or 3 days around Valladolid and just enjoy. Our last stop of the beautiful road trip on the Yucatan Peninsula was, of course, Isla Holbox. So we drove with the car to Chiquila, which was probably like 2.5 hours. And then Isla Holbox is an island where no cars are allowed. So we left the car in Chiquila and then took the ferry to Isla Holbox, which only takes like 15 minutes but costs 220 pesos per person. And then once we arrived in Isla Holbox, we were basically just chilling for 2 or 3 days. We were walking to the Playa Holbox, which is the most beautiful beach on the island. And when it's low tide, you can just walk around and enjoy. And then we also went to Punta Cocos, which is on the west side of the island. And really, really nice. It's a lot of backpackers there, really chill vibe. There's a couple nice little restaurants at the beach. And you can also watch the bioluminescence, so you don't have to book a tour for that. Just come there around 9, wait until it gets fully dark, and then you can go into the lagoon. And if you move the water around, you can see the plankton. And other than that, there's a lot of beach clubs, and you can also swim with whale sharks and do a lot of snorkeling trips. But because it wasn't the season and we already did a couple snorkeling trips, we decided to pass on that, and we're just enjoying the island. And last but not least, our stop was Cancun. So we took the ferry back to Chiquila and then we drove for 2 hours to Cancun. We didn't plan on staying there for too long because it is quite touristy. So our plan was to go to the west coast of Mexico. So more of that is coming soon because we wanted a more authentic experience. But we still ended up staying for one day in Cancun. And we went to one of the adventure parks, which was really nice. We went zip lining, we went in different cenotes, and we went quad biking. So I can highly recommend checking out one of the adventure parks. And other than that, it was a really amazing time on the Yucatan Peninsula. We were so glad we took the 10 days to do the road trip, and I can highly recommend anyone else doing it as well. See you on the West Coast!